Hey guys, going back to jail and continue that video. I made a decision yesterday that I'm over outlining. I have decided that I am a pantser. I've accepted it because you guys know I got this book idea. Project Deadly, almost I think 2 weeks ago, maybe even 3 weeks ago. And basically, right now, I have what the world's called, the castle they'll be staying in is called what each character, the TV host or the host of the game, the male contestants and the female contestants, and I've done basically a character not a character, I'm calling it the characters in detail. I've done that, so basically I would put like their name, their age, their background, and their skills. Have I done that for every character? No, I haven't done that. And, I was really thinking, I really had many not panic attack, but like I had a mental breakdown. You'll be able to see that in a video coming soon. But I decided, it's okay, it's fine, we'll just start drafting. I know. I feel like I use drafting as a quick fix. I don't know. I feel kind of bad because I feel like you guys. And I think it's really cute. Sorry, guys. But, it's just, I've realized if I ever decide, if I finish this draft, or if I finish Project Physical Touch or Project, I think I am putting Love as the Rival on the back burner for a while just to work on Project Deadly and Project Physical Touch. So I think I said in my let's talk about second half of the year writing goals or whatever, I said I wanted to write 1,000 words in either project or, well, this was before every day. This was before I started working on Project Deadly. So needless to say, I won't be using that copy anytime soon. I put it in the little free library. So, hey guys, welcome to Project Deadly. I feel like since I've already used writing diaries for Physical Touch, I'm just gonna call this Project Deadly Vlogs or Project Deadly Writing Vlogs or whatever. So welcome to episode 1, or I don't know if I'll have episodes or whatever. But yeah, I really wanted to just. I don't know. It's just because So it is currently Wednesday, July 23rd. It's currently 9:55 a.m. I woke up a little while ago, ate breakfast, and then tonight, from 1, my husband's gonna get my schedule for me, and then, I think we're gonna get my schedule. And then I have to go to orthodontist today, so. My first video editing client project, which was exciting, but also intimidating. And then I was editing the Q2 income report for Patreon. So, it's fun. So, it was a lot. Yeah. I think my goal for the day is to at least write 1,000 words and at least work and possibly, because what scares me is this book is going to have a prologue. I have an idea of what the prologue is going to say, because it's just going to be a narrative. It's going to be, if you guys have read, the Prologue trilogy, if you've read the, not the prologue, I don't even know if it's a prologue. I think it's just, something before the first chapter. It'll be in it. If I ever get this book published, and if it ever gets a narrator or whatever, I want this book to be, I don't know, because this is going to be multiple POVs, and I don't know, because I know, so, because I want,
project right now. I'm getting a lot of like little ideas for things that I can pull together or tie together.
Because basically, this book is going to be in the TV host slash the characters' POVs. So I think I'm going to start out with like the male.
Quickly, I would say. Briar was definitely intimidated by him. That was still the same, but they warmed up to each other.
I don't know how to describe it, but
to get her to warm up to him. In this draft, he's not thrilled that she's along for the journey at first, and so there's quite a bit of tension between them. She's scared of him. He's not happy.
I'm actually really excited because I got this idea because I'm kind of calling this. The vibe for giving me is I want this to be the drama of like a love, like a reality TV show to, you know, I don't know how, like, I've been calling it Lightlark slash, like, love reality TV show. Isn't that really that bad? No, not really, because, you know, Lightlark is a deadly game, which is a deadly game, obviously, but, like,
I wasn't moving around the manuscript in that way, trying to tie things together, and I feel like that's been a cool thing that I'm now more capable of in this draft. Is overall I'm still working chronologically, but I'm more capable of wrapping my brain around like, okay, let me look at this subplot, let me go back.
So yeah,
that's been a cool.
I'm excited for this. Yes, I'm excited because I have been talking myself into this for days. Not even days. I think yesterday I just decided I
when I did my re-outlining for this draft, this is probably the part of the book
so yeah, I probably will outline like while I'm drafting. But yeah, am I excited for this? Yes. Am I nervous? Yes, obviously, because I've never wrote a. I'm calling this like a mystery, like a fantasy slash.
Little chapters where I have less guidance, it'll actually feel a lot.
I don't know, because I know it's gonna be fantasy. Because I can't, because I'm calling this urban, but I really don't want it to be urban because I don't want them to have no technology. So I'm not calling. I don't want to call it high either. I don't want to call it high because I can't do high. Yeah, at least. Hopefully by the time I get older and publish books, hopefully possibly I can do high fantasy. But yeah. So let's make my my Google Docs document, I call it. So I just go the first page. I always put the title, so I'll put Project Deadly Draft 1, or I'll just put Project Deadly, and then I'll put what day I started this on. So it is correct, like I said. Well, if you look at Project Physical Touch, I didn't do this because
I just don't think the past drafts are useful. So obviously they're useful in the sense that they taught me things about the characters in the world, but I think in terms of like.
And I will say, if you look at my notes, just know that Deadly is probably spelled wrong every time. Like, I guess I forget that Deadly, there's a D after it's D-E-A-D-L-Y. I've been putting D-E-A-L-Y. And I'm like, really? Because I think I spelled it right here. Yeah, I spelled it right on the binder cover. But I'm like.
I'm going to save that for the afternoon. Something that I've been thinking about is the concept of giving myself mini staycation writing retreats and building those into my schedule. So basically like taking 2 days, whether that's a Monday and a Tuesday or a weekend, taking a chunk of like 2 days and telling myself we're going to treat this as if you were on a writing retreat. You're just going to write and vibe. Like no other work is going to be done. Either you're writing or you're hanging out and chilling. and like maybe I'll allow myself
Today
to like,
is
film some of that, you know. But one of the things that I love about going on writing retreats is that it is this hyper dedicated time where you've literally set the parameter that you're not going to work on anything else. And with the flexibility of my schedule, especially going into the rest of the summer, where I don't think I'm going to have a week even as busy as my past week again until September, at least based on what's currently on
I always
the
spell
for the rest of the summer. So there's no reason why
Wednesday
I can't
wrong.
be kicking into full gear with draft 3. So I love this idea of setting aside these like 2-day chunks, because looking back at when I was in my 9 to 5 and I was pretty much only writing on the weekends, I could get really high word counts on those weekends, you know, 5K words, 10K words in a weekend. It's not that I want to go back to that structure, because I much prefer writing every day to only writing on the weekends and sprinting on the weekends. I prefer the more gradual progress and staying in the project more so.
Okay.
Plus, one could argue, I think at that time I was much more focused on quantity than quality. Not that I didn't care about quality, but like my standards for this draft versus my standards for draft 1 are night and day, right? There's a lot of things that I probably would have let slide in draft 1 that I would not let slide this draft. But anyway, I still kind of like that concept of being able to make a large chunk of progress in a couple days. And I think I could create that for myself with this sort of like staycation model where I literally block off in my calendar, okay, this is like your curling more.
Sorry guys, I got my water bottle for school in the mail, so my dad just had to show me that. I need a Walla, I need a Walla. I originally was supposed to have a Walla, and then my stepmom ordered me one. Well, you know, my mom, stepmom ordered one off the TikTok shop, when she ordered something for my dad for school, and it was a Walla dupe. I know. But it's okay, it's fine. So I don't know why, but usually when I start little documents, you know, I'll be like, you know, used to this where on the first page, like whatever's like on the first page, or like whatever's like in big text, it will create, like if you click on it, it'll just automatically. Well, now it's just inputting project. And of course, I'm like, great, at least I have.
Hello, we are back from the cafe. It was a pretty good session. I ended up writing for a little over 2 hours. I wasn't tracking it super exactly, but I got about 1,400 words. It was a really good sesh. I finished out the chapter that I was working on, which was basically the big bonding moment between Varen.
Let's see if I can spell prologue first.
Briar, the third character, which we kind of talked about in the previous clip, how I was trying to work on their friendship. I think it turned out really cute and sweet. They had a pretty extensive conversation, and I feel like it ended up flowing pretty good. And it's teaching us about both of them as characters, which I think is really valuable. Overall, I'm feeling really good about it. And then I also
I don't think I did, but let's actually look. I know I did. I know I did it. I think I'm close.
I decided to spend a couple minutes.
I definitely did spell it wrong. I definitely spelled it wrong.
Which is something that I want.
Since I'm filming fun, because I'm trying to not like lay down my camera, because I'm currently filming my back to school video, like I said. Well, I don't think I said that, but like, you know.
And then I start trying to draft it. And I think what I discovered today that I think would be really helpful is having a little bit of an in-between step, where I don't just read what I had in my outline and then immediately try to write prose, but instead I read what I have in my outline and then I brainstorm like, okay, the scene flow. Like maybe we'll start with reflections of this character thinking about this. Just
How do
getting
you
a
spell
little bit more to the nitty-gritty
prologue?
of like what the chronological events are going to be. Again, I already have some of those details.
How do you spell prologue?
But fleshing it out even more without trying to turn it into prose yet, I think will help a lot with that blank page intimidation that I was experiencing a little bit with this redraft, and just allow me to feel like I can ease into a writing session or a new chapter or a new scene without immediately trying to produce readable, actual sentences, you know? And I actually discovered some things that I want to do with the next scene through that brainstorm, and discovered that I actually think I need to switch which beats in because of some of the reflections and stuff that I want to incorporate. So it also helped me to realize some things and potentially save myself time while I'm drafting the scene itself, because I won't have to realize those things when I've already written hundreds of words and then have to scrap it. I think outlining in itself helps me to avoid that, but this is like an added layer of safeguarding myself from having to waste a lot of words or time. If I can really get the sort of flow ironed out.
What is the formatting? Guys, I have done this so many times because I've tried to format my books before, and it hasn't looked out the greatest.
So maybe before I didn't know exactly what
So
I wanted.
basically what we look on TikTok, not TikTok.
But now I do, because I'm coming off of the last few chapters and I can incorporate that in my brainstorm. Does that make sense? We're gonna get a little bit comfier, and I want to talk to you guys about writing a love interest and why I think my love interest in this draft feels very different than he did in previous drafts. What I've learned about him and what I've learned about writing a love interest in general. So let's get comfy cozy and talk about that. Maybe I'll make a matcha. Should I make a matcha? Yeah. Let's talk about how my portrayal of my love interest has changed and what I think this means about me as a writer. I did make some matcha. So, love that.
Is it bad if it's in the middle?
Of alternating my matchas with water, though, so that I'm a little bit more hydrated.
I don't know. It's weird. Guys, that's what I said.
How my perception of this book and how I've been describing this book has changed over time. Because when I first started working on this project and I was a baby writer, I thought that this was going to be an enemies to lovers romantic. Because I didn't do much plotting and also didn't know a lot about genre or writing in general, I didn't really know the identity of the story, and so knowing that I liked consuming romantasy, I figured that that's what I was going to be writing. And there was magic involved in this book, and therefore romantasy. Obviously, there was going to be quite a bit of romance in my mind. Okay, so that's what I thought I was going to write. That was also a lot of what I had been reading, right? So it makes sense that that's what I thought I wanted to create. And I want to make it clear that my intention is not to be a romantasy, and then select I love romantasy. And then go down to indentation books with strong romance plots. So let's just clear the air on that real quick. Over time, my understanding of the genre obviously changed. I realized this is a dystopian fantasy. The romance is more a subplot than a main part of the plot. Something that interestingly came up with a lot of my friends that I was talking to the book about, you know, beta readers, people who I talked through the concept with, was that they all kind of said, I don't really think this is enemies to lovers. Like, I would instinctively, because I had gotten so used to calling it enemies to lovers, be like, well, the enemies to lovers dynamic, and my friends were like, I really don't think that this is enemies to lovers. And it took me some time to kind of come to terms with that realization and be like, oh, you're right. And I think once I realized that this book wasn't enemies to lovers, and I realized that I wasn't reading romantasy, I was writing a dystopian fantasy, the more I started to understand this new identity for the book, and potentially for myself as a writer a little bit as well, and started to really understand what I like to write, I started to realize a push away from the way that I was rendering my love interest in the first draft or two. And this has been a really recent thing that I've consciously become aware of what's happened here. I think when I thought that it was going to be romantasy, and I thought it was going to be enemies to lovers, and I was only writing in Rhea's point of view, she was the main character, I was forcing Varen into this like mold.
I've accepted that it's just gonna be.
I feel like I was filtering everything.
Because I feel like if you look at my drafts, it's kind of
very classic traits, you know.
You know.
He has attitude. He was constantly flirting. Like, he was flirting. And I think that I, as well as some of my betas, struggle to get a real pulse on Varen as a human being because there was like two images of him in my head. There was the character, and then there was the version of him that was this love interest, this cookie cutter love interest.
I'm excited, I'm ready. I'm trying to get this because I have until
feel like I knew Varys
because my
because he was constantly being pursued
right,
by
no.
Rhea's eyes.
I have an orthodontist appointment at 2:40, and then I want one of the shows that one show that me and my dad and me and my dad watched. A new episode came out yesterday. I think it did today. Yeah, I think it came out yesterday. So I want to watch that too. So I'm gonna just do some work for like 2 minutes. So I'll do that, and then I'm just gonna put on. I'm gonna try.
Our characters definitely still butt heads towards the beginning, and that does result in some fun banter and bickering and whatever, but it's no longer me trying to force these, like, a reader would eat this up type
I don't know,
of
but I'm
moments.
going to try to listen to, like, some focus, like, some deep focus music to hopefully trim everything. Oh, it's time to write.
Like, what? Why is he acting like
Because I think this vlog will only be 4 days long. I might make it until Sunday, because like I said, it's Wednesday while I'm filming this. But we'll see.
Dynamics and characters that you've seen in the past. And I think that that's a big reason why there were scenes where my characters weren't them. They were, female main character, male main character. They were the ideas of those just interacting. And like in hindsight, I didn't enjoy those scenes.
So yeah.
To me, my love interest is not attractive when I'm trying to force him to be stereotypically attractive. I don't know. I just don't buy it from myself. And I think I needed to like let go of this idea that like the be-all, end-all is the reader finding him attractive. And I think that realizing that the romance is a subplot was a big game changer with this, because I think when you're writing a romance, you get really tripped up of like, okay, I need the reader to buy into this guy. I need the reader to think he's
cool to study with me. It's not bad.
This 6'something,
perfectly muscular man, right? And I don't know. I was watching YouTube or something. I don't know what I was doing. I was trying to find the
standards. He was never going to be that, but I was still trying to get him there with personality, with banter, whatever. And I think what I realize now is like whether the reader finds him attractive or not is kind of none of my business. I personally think he's, attractive, but this story does not hinge on the reader being personally into him. If this was just a straight romance, maybe this would be more of a legitimate concern.
So yeah.
There is a lot.
So I'm gonna work on this. I will catch up you guys somehow. I'm hoping, because I don't know how long this prologue will be. It might be a page and a half. It might be 2 pages, just depending. So yeah. So I will see you later. Bye. Hey guys. I will say, I kind of forgot that I started this video. I was like, because I remember starting draft 1, I remember starting the prologue and Private Deadly, and then last night was full of emotions for me, and I'm just like, I was like, okay, I woke up this morning knowing that I need to edit part 2 of at the school video, and then possibly read or do something with my time so I won't go stir crazy, because technically
Sunday reset, do some cleaning and like 2 loads of laundry, and then later today I'm gonna go and watch the new episode of Love Island at my sister's
and I'm just
and watch the episode, so it's gonna be a productive
because these are men. Part of me is like, oh, and she, this certain person's coming today to bring my shoes. And I kind of don't, of course I want my shoes, obviously. But, like, I kind of just want her to put them, like, on the gate or something. So I don't have to face my emotions. Because we've been in this dream before, and I'm just trying so hard to act like I don't care, act something like, but the problem is, when I think about it, that's all I think about. If it's a situation or something that goes on, it's fine, and then I'm just like, oh, it hits me. And I'm already like, don't want to do anything right now, but
It looks good on camera. Also, I've gotten used to my name never being right, but it is so insanely delicious. I have to read to you guys the ingredients.
I'm just trying to be like, happy, and because like tomorrow I set my sisters to go to Mississippi, and then on Saturday me, my stepmom, and my dad are going further shopping to get a new, I think it's a new love seat. I don't really know what it's called. And I'm really hoping I convince them to take me the books from there, because it's right in the same shopping center. Same thing. Because there's a sale going on. Like one, I don't know. It said that, but I was in a different store than I go to. Like, it was like 2 hours away from where I usually go to. But I don't want to ask them, so, because, they always just, and then they're getting my hair done, and tomorrow, next week, and then getting my nails the next day, and I'm not really excited for the week after that, because that'll be so over it. I'm so over, because I just wish she would, because the original plan is not going into focus anymore. And then I'm like, I have to be here. I wish I didn't have this emotional toll. I wish this person didn't have such an emotional toll on me, but they do, and I just wish they would cover up and do the things that they need to do to be a better parent. But I haven't. So I'm not supposed to go to the beach for freaking convention in September. For Labor Day weekend. Don't think it's gonna happen either. So then it goes out the picture. I'm like, have fun. I'll possibly see you in September. Possibly see you in October. Possibly won't even see you until my birthday. Depending on how, if someone who has a livable parent, who has two parents that are married or still together, I wish to be you, and I never wish on my worst enemy to have their parents to have divorced. Which my parents divorced when I was a baby, so, but really, just with some experiences, so like, I'm just like, I'm already kind of like over, because this happens time and time again, because she put an offer right in my face, right in front of my face, and now I can't unsee that. Knowing that I'm gonna miss whatever, and I'm just like, oh, of course not. Of course. I have to say, I'll be the only kid here this weekend until I think at least Sunday. I don't know how many days they're saying to be, so. Well, at least I get to go to Texas Roadhouse and, but, yeah. So, I'm gonna try to get my life together.
Weeks of reading this book, I finally finished King of Envy. I've just come to the realization that if I'm not reading an entire book in 24 hours, I'm reading it in 2 weeks. There is no in between.
I don't know,
I think I'd give this book 3.75. I was about to give it 4 stars, but I feel like 3.75 is my very, very, very honest rating. It was a good story. It was a fun story. It just really didn't blow me
Well, it's like I wish I had a reaction of nothing. I wish I had no reaction, but I do. And I'm just like, oh, why can't you just tough it up and not cry about it? Because you're probably going to cry about this every day or something if you don't tough it up and don't, So whenever, unless she takes the steps that she's supposed to, I don't see seeing her at any point in time in the near future. And then it's like, part of me is like, okay, the logistics of it, and then just looking at like the clothes and stuff, because she said, oh yeah, she told me that she was gonna come like before school started to clean my closet out, and because she bought me all, well, my grandma bought them, but was gonna pair all my outfits because I'm so sick of wearing freaking black every day. And I even got colors. That probably freaked my dad out. So I'm like, great. So now I'm gonna be in black every day, and part of me is so grateful. So I love my life, but when it comes to this stuff, it was in me. If anyone wishes to have split parents or have divorced parents because you get 2 Christmas, 2 birthdays, no. It's just a bad side of having one, I'm just so over my life. So over my life. I love parts of it, but like parts like this, I'm just ready for, I don't know.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another vlog. I'm quickly gonna get ready right now to go
But
to Pilates classes.
it's fun.
So Matt Pilates class.
Yeah.
And if you did
I'm
want
just
to
trying to wrap myself up because I know she's probably that person will be. I'm kind of considering asking her, will you just put the shoes, like open the gate and put them like on our front door or something or whatever, because I don't really want to see her. Like, of course I want to see her face, but like with my emotions right now and how I feel about it, I'm probably gonna end up in tears when I see her. So I'm like, what's the point of just cutting it off completely and not see her at all?
I'm starting to get the hang of it, which is really nice. The Pilates instructor that I go to always changes something about the class. Like, she'll always include a new tool to use, whether it's a band or weights or like
I just really just want to go because it feels like I've read since, I think I maybe read 20 pages of Listen to it a couple days ago, and then I'm on 3 books right now that I started for a video that I haven't finished, and then, which is Lucy 10, Good Graces by K.I. Stevens, and then I started the audiobook of Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. And then all I want to do right now is go buy more books, because I'm just looking at my shelves right now. 3 of them I solved the inevitable that I haven't finished that.
I've never had a smoothie that has mint, and you can definitely taste it, but it's really good. I did not want to like this, because $12 for this is crazy. This is a 10 out of 10 smoothie, I'm not going to lie. Very grown up. I'm going to drink my little shot. Why is that like missing some though? Is that just me?
I'm just kinda over it.
Smell that.
And then I know
All done. And now I have this cute little container. Let's go home.
my stepmother has tryouts the week. My stepmom and my dad go back to work, and then I start my thing in the beginning of September, which I thought we started at the end of September, but whatever. And I'm just already, I've been thinking about it because we're officially decided what we're doing for baseball for him, and I'm just like, okay. And I feel like when it comes to this stuff, oh, they're here. Oh, good God. I have to listen to 4. I forgot about that. It's already 9:30. It's 9:26. Whatever. And I'm just like, because the season we're playing this year, right now, it's 4 games, 4 practices, but the good thing is he has better kids he's on the team with, so hopefully
jump scare of me with soaking wet hair. But I quickly want to talk to you guys
So,
about my favorite hair tools.
yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me start. I think I wrote 200. I don't even know. 200. Hopefully, I'll start the writing vlogs, hopefully more consistently, and hopefully we can make a good dent for this eventually. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching me starting a prologue, and starting draft 1 of Project Deadly, and how my real representation of my life. But I hope you guys enjoy watching the video, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!